everybody. Welcome back to day 4. I have grabbed myself a cup of almond nog, like feeling the holiday spirit. Baby likes it too, so we're good to go. Today, we are getting back to a little bit more of like the woo part of what's going on this week for the Planet Forward Challenge. Yesterday, we worked on our calendar system, just getting a brain dump of everything that's happening. And I don't know about you, but I realized like we have one giant month this year where we have like a huge amount of payments going out. So thankfully, I now can expect that and know what's going on. But I feel like the calendar planning can go one of two ways. You can either realize, hey, I actually have like a decent amount of free time so far, and you can choose how you fill that, or you can be like, oh, we've got a lot going on, so my time is really valuable to me. And so today we're working on finding kind of like the looser, not so goal-oriented, but kind of the priorities we want in our life, especially when it comes to next year. So there are 2 pages from the workbook, and I'll kind of be walking through that. The first one, we're going to take a look at what you want less of for next year. So thinking back on this year, what are things that like you just could completely do without? And by taking one step, how can you reduce that or lessen that impact on you? And then next year, I want more of this by taking this one step. So I'll read you guys a couple examples of what I have here. So next year, I want less stress and anxiety. There's that. And I will do it by taking this one step, which is doing small tasks when they come up. I am pretty bad about like procrastinating to the point of like, I could have put all those clothes away when they first came out of the dryer, but like, I don't know, 3 weeks later also sounds like a good idea. And I only put them away before our cleaning lady sees that they're still out. She only comes every other week. So, little things like that. So you could say like, I want less, one of the things I put is I want less clutter. And I kind of define that as in my head and in my life. And by taking this one step, by doing brain dumps to get things out of my head, journaling and spending freezes so that I don't bring actual material things into my life nearly as much. I'm really good at purging them once they're in my life, but working on that. And then also for I want more of, one of the things I said is next year I want more of a creative release. And my one step is to journal and doodle more. So just coming up with a few things under each of those columns, things that you want less of next year and things you want more of. And like one little thing that you could change to accomplish that goal. And then at the very bottom, it says something or some things that I could let go of next year. These are kind of the bigger things that like you don't really need to make a little change for. You just kind of need to actually let go of it. And so one of the things I put was strict goals around my body image. I'm just going to let go of that. Like I'm not even going to worry about numbers or anything or clothing sizes. Strict goals do not matter for me around my body image. And also worrying about things that haven't happened. Enneagram type 6 here. So like that's a big problem too. And once you filled out that page, then a lot of things can become really clear, but you want to rephrase it all as a positive statement. So the second page just includes a bunch of I will statements. So you take what you have and the things that you could do and try to group them together into something that you can kind of mentally remind yourself next year, like, hey, this is what I'm doing and how I can do it. And then maybe include like a little bit of a why in there. So for things like reducing my stress and anxiety, I was actually able to combine probably 3 of the things that I put on my first page into a whole statement about I will find peace and power in completing tasks that I know will make my life simpler, happier, and accomplished. So by saying I will, you're giving that positive spin and your brain is like just so much more likely to grab onto it. Or I will put down the distractions and play and grow with my kids more. Like, these are just positive, simple things that I can sit and carry on with me as we go into, especially next week when we do more of the goal setting. So if this woo-woo stuff isn't really quite for you, I totally get it. I really just got into it this year and it has been a huge thing in my life. But I am, when we come down to it, definitely an engineer at heart, and my brain works very systematically. And so next week is all going to be about actually setting specific goals and how we can break them down and how we can accomplish them. So if you'll just stick with me, I promise you, this prioritization day, it probably took me 5 minutes to do. And it's just another one of those days that you can take a deep breath at the end and just feel good that you got it out and you're going to start fresh next year or right now. I mean, like right now I'm going to put down this device, I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to spend time with my husband. So I'll see you guys later.